Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so it all started May long weekend. Me and two friends, we decided to head out to Kakisa and we're going to do some fishing. There was still ice on the lake in Great Slave here, but we knew there was none down there from recent reports from a couple friends. So we headed down there fishing pickerel, and we got to the lake. We jumped in our boat and we headed across to Kakisa River. And it was a nice day, maybe 22 degrees. It was flat water. When we got to the other side, it started picking up with the waves. I asked my one buddy if he checked the forecast. He said no. So I pulled out my inReach and I looked, and it was supposed to blow to about 50, gusting 60 that night. So we decided we should make it back. On our way back, waves are picking up, and we were about 3 kilometers from the community Kakisa. And we ended up taking on some water over the bow, and it wasn't enough to keep up. And the boat ended up sinking underneath, and so we were able to cling on, and the waves were about 4 feet. They were pushing us away from shore. We're about 3 kilometers from shore, and hit SOS on the inReach, and we had to wait for the RCMP to launch a search and rescue mission. So we waited in the water for an hour and a half to get picked up. And fortunately enough, the members at Kakisa, the band members, got together and they came out and they rescued us. So we're pretty thankful for them to still be here.
Yeah, so have you run into anyone from the community since then? Or?
The next day at our campsite when we were recovering, Chris and Melanie and her boyfriend came out and they greeted us. They were our rescuers in the boat, and they had a couple of our personal items that they were able to retrieve, and we kind of hugged them and thanked them a lot. And I do a lot on the land stuff, hunting and trapping, fishing, so for me it was another life lesson.
So the community, the guys came out and rescued you. So we did chat with Chris. I mean, he actually took us out to the spot, which was pretty awesome. So I'm kind of keen to go back and actually do that, kind of run a boat with a sonar on the back and just look for the objects.
Yeah, well, lucky for you, I still got the coordinates from my GPS, so
nice.
We'll be able to pinpoint where we went down and where we floated.
Yeah.
And I'd be glad to maybe tag along for a trip.
That'd be
like
awesome. Maybe we could talk to Chris and see if he's down for that adventure, at least tow it back or figure out some way to get it on this side. I don't think there's any roads on the other side of the lake at all. So what do you think? Maybe rip down Friday night after work?
Yeah.
So I gotta work next week, but if we go right after work, maybe set up down in the community someplace for the night.
I have a boat we could bring along, so it'd work out good for me.
Cheers. Let's here's to getting out there and finding your stuff.
Right on.
Hey Dan, how you doing?
Oh, pretty good. Thanks for meeting me down here. Yeah.
So Fred, Dan,
good to see you again.
How you doing?
So
So Fred's going to be my backup diver
Yep.
with me today. So hopefully we can get out, get with the community, find your boat and find some of your gear.
Yeah, I came down last night, came down and set up my setup here, and all settled in and ready to hit out on the lake, try and find some of my gear.
This is going to be a hoot.
Excited.
This is a beauty setup you have here.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, me and my uncle, we did lots of hunting and trapping when I was a kid, and this is how we went out on the land and did our thing. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to still do it. And
This is like the Hilton. We're staying at the Super 8 over here.
yeah.
But you got a nice stove. You're going to be nice and warm all night long.
Yeah, this is the way to camp.
Yeah.
No
There you
crawling
go.
into bed or anything?
Well, as opposed to cuddling with you, I'm going to come snuggle with him.
Well, hopefully the bears stay away.
You're not cuddling with me, that's for sure.
Eek. So, yeah, let's, I guess, just chat about what we're going to do today.
Yeah, we'll make a plan. So
Okay. So you brought your boat. We're going to try and get a boat, so hopefully Chris can come out too.
Yep.
What I'd like to do, Chris knows where your boat was. Hopefully it's still where he spotted it before.
Yep.
So we're going to cross over the lake. We'll try and find your boat and we can get you recovered. I don't know if you guys brought ropes for towing or whatnot.
Yeah, I
but,
brought a little bit of recovery gear, and I brought my boat as well. So maybe
great.
hopefully we could get out there and
Yeah.
find
It'd be exciting if the motor's still attached and get it flipped over.
it. Yeah, it would be.
It looks to be a calm day, so hopefully we got good water. If we need to tow it back, we can set that up. I brought our sonar rig.
Okay. I also have a sonar rig on my boat, so it'll be good to maybe
Right.
do a grid search or something.
Right. So what we want to do is we've got the GPSs
For the track. For
Yeah. So where he flipped in the water, Fred and I already chatted, but where you flipped and did the SOS, we've got the GPS. I've programmed that into my sonar. So we're going to use the side scan, and we can show you how to do that on your rig too.
Yeah, I have one as well.
But basically, we'll float past the area where you flipped, and we're going to try and see if we can pick up some objects on the bottom. So maybe your camera or your fishing gear or any of the other stuff that kind of flipped over.
Perfect.
Well, actually, that's a great question. Just to confirm, when you guys sank, what do you recall of being in the boat? What kind of things could we be looking
most
for?
importantly, it'd be nice if you get my camera back. I do a lot of photography, and
Okay.
it'd be nice to maybe get the memory card back. And
Did you have a big lens on it?
no, there's just a short lens on this
Okay.
one, and I got a couple fishing rods, some tackle down there, my wallet, just kind of some general things in the boat.
Okay.
Hopefully it's still down there.
So the larger objects would be the tackle box,
Yep.
camera, fishing rods. Hey, we know the way the wind was blowing that day, just based on where you were doing your SOS messages, and we'll just follow that and see if anything jumps up.
Right on.
There was no vegetation there; it was only mud on the bottom.
How deep was water there?
About 10 feet.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's not that deep, and there's nothing down there. It's flat mud, so if there is something, it should show up.
It
easily
should
on the
jump
sonar.
out.
Yeah, so-
But even if we see it on the sonar, the problem is seeing it underwater. We did a dive there a couple of weeks ago, and the visibility is kind of like this far
Oh
away.
boy.
And Fred's flaily underwater, so he kicks up a lot of mud. So if I'm swimming next to him, if he gets ahead of me, then all I'm seeing is mud thrown up.
You wouldn't be swimming ahead of me because you're one of the bear.
This is true too.
That's
I don't know if
the
I told
second
you, last summer I found one of his cameras underwater. I think it's an annual thing for you.
Yeah, every
the
every
same
summer.
camera though. That's the thing.
No different one, but it's set up. Wave comes, it was top heavy, went over. Dan slow motion goes to grab it, but it's too late. It's in the drink. But it was a great find last year because I had this big lens to look for, and it was on the tripod legs, so it was like a 6-foot thing
Yeah,
to find
jumps
underwater.
out.
Yeah, totally.
Not to mention the half dozen golf balls all around it.
Yeah, that's true too.
And maybe the odd lost lure.
Yeah,
So no, it's good. I got it back, and I was able to get some images off that
yeah.
from that day, so it all worked out.
Yeah. Oh, we should get copies of those ones. And that's the thing. All these cameras. I mean, if your camera's sunk, you might be able to dry it out. But the SD cards, you always get the pictures off
Yeah,
on those
exactly.
things. So it's always good to go looking for them.
Cool.
Cool.
Awesome.
I'm excited. Let's. What do you say we dump some gear, get the scuba gear ready,
And we'll head
get
out.
the boat ready, head over towards Kakisa, go meet Chris again, and
Hopefully
let's.
find some stuff.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Good.
Alrighty.
On.
I'm sorry, I want some of that bug spray. Let's mosey on over.
Right on. Let's get going then. Buggy, eh?
Oh man.
Carrying me right away.
Hey.
Hey, Chris. How's it going, buddy? Yeah, give me a hug. It's good to be back, and I brought some visitors with me this time. And a couple of weeks there, I couldn't walk. I was up in the hospital and stuff. And yeah, thank you so much for helping us out there. That was you're my hero, that's for sure. So it's good to be back and maybe get on the lake. And this time I got an experienced guide, so it'll be good.
Yeah, this time the water's on.
I was talking to the other two fellas. They can't be here today, but we want to do like a community barbecue or something. We're looking at maybe May, like it'll be 1 year kind of thing. Come back and put on a big food spread for everyone in the community, just for helping us out.
Right.
So I was talking to them guys this weekend, and they say hello and thanks again.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a tough recovery for us, but we're still here, and you saved our lives. So thank you for that
Happy
so
I was
much.
there.
Yeah, so were we. So,
It's a hell of a story. Well, let's do this then,
All
guys.
right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh, it looks beautiful in the water today. Similar to the day when we left.
Riding in my old Timbo, my wake's the only thing that follows me. If this old lake she could talk, she'd tell me all her head in mystery.